Hey, what's going on, guys? If you're just tuning in, we're going to be continuing the slap bass course. We're going to be adding and implementing some of the techniques, exercises, tips and tricks that we've learned so far, just to be able to learn how to execute these properly inside of a groove. That'll take your slap bass playing to the next level. But anyway, let's get started. I'll show you a little example of what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so as you can see, I was using a few different slap techniques inside of that groove just to be able to switch it up a little bit, just to make it a little interesting. But anyway, one technique that I haven't gone over, it sounds pretty crazy once I'm playing it, but it's actually pretty simple. It's just a group of notes combined together, right, to make it sound like I'm doing a lot of notes. But it's very little effort. So what I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So the groove went, right? That part right there. So it sounds like those are 30-second, I think they're 30-second. Yeah, 30-second notes. Yeah, 16. Yeah, 30 seconds. Yep. So though it's really fast, but it's very little effort on your end, right? So I'll show you that technique right now. It's very common, very popular. A lot of bass players play that same technique. Some people play it differently, but I'll show you the way that I did it inside of this groove. Okay, so the main notes that I'm going to be using, or that this is based around, is D and C. All right, 5th fret, 3rd fret, right, on the A string. But I'm using a hammer-on technique in the beginning. So I'm using the open A, hammering on D, all right? Now, this might not sound that great to you going slow, all right? But in real time, it ends up sounding a lot cooler than, than what it is played slow. So hammer on from A to D. Got that? Now I'm going to be plucking the G string, all right? But that G is really not present that much. It's really like almost a ghost note when you put it up to speed, right? But you'll see what I mean in a minute. So, all right, that's what it is in real time. So, like I said, it was using a series of hammer-ons. So we have open A, hammer D, G, open string, so after that pluck with the G, I'm going to hit that G again, right? So it's going to be 2 open notes at the same, back to back. So I'm hammering on the octave of D. So very slowly, one by one. Open, hammer on D, pluck the G, slap the G, hammer on the D, pluck the D, right? So when it's all put together, that's what you have. So hammer on from A, D, pluck the G, slap G, hammer on the D, pluck the D. So I hope you get that in order. If you're doing it, do it with me. If you're having trouble following along, just do it with me really, really, really slow. Open A, hammer D, pluck G, slap G, hammer on D, pluck D. When you get comfortable with that, just put it together. Just move it a little bit faster, because the trick is, you know, I guess the illusion is playing it that fast so it doesn't sound so open, so you don't hear those open strings so much. So you get the idea. That's what it's supposed to sound like when you put it up to speed. So I won't go over the next part because it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. So I'm doing it on the 5th fret. All right, then I'm moving it down a whole step. Same exact thing. And the trick with this is making sure your fingers are lifted up to be able to get that note, that hammer on out, right? So I kind of have to find myself lifting up my fingers a little bit more than usual. I know that's kind of going against what I teach as far as, so against what I teach, right? To not have your fingers so far away from the fret. But this slapping technique, to make sure that note comes out, that open string comes out, to be able to get that effect, makes so much sense, right? So just for that technique, I would just kind of have an exception to the rule. But anyway, it's just a series of things that we've learned already to just putting them together. And that's really what it's all about, trying to be creative with this slap bass, you know, kind of genre, really, slap bass playing. So to be creative, learn the different techniques that that we've done already, put them together. You know, I did the hammer on, I did the double thumb technique. You can put that together. It's just a matter of adding and combining all of these things together, and you'll probably get some really cool combinations trying to do that. I mean, it's more rhythmic than anything. I mean, you really have to think like a drummer. You know, those 30-second notes. You have to be real. You have to be, I mean, so in tune, so in time with that, so you're not, you know, getting off. But anyway, what I like to do is I like to use this and play this with a metronome. I practice with a metronome in the beginning, as you guys heard. I was playing with a tambourine in the back, so that was my metronome, right? So I like to use different things. Sometimes the click and the doot 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 doot. Sometimes that gets a little bit boring to me. So I like to use different things or different drum loops or, you know, things like that to be able to help me practice, or different sounds. But anyway, that was just one of them. Using the tambourine to kind of have me keep my time and practice along with that. Not only just to sound pretty cool, but just to, you know, make sure I'm in tune with myself, with my own internal clock. All right, so let's move on to the next. I'm going to be showing you guys the actual groove that I play in the beginning, but to get access to the rest of this lesson, you want to head over to daricbennett.com. You can try it out for free for 3 days to get the rest of this lesson and to access to many more lessons just like this one. There's so much more on the website than it is here. But if you guys haven't subscribed yet, you get notified of everything that I'm doing. Go ahead and subscribe here to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. But anyway, hope to see you guys over there. Make sure your notes coming out clean, clear, and precise. And until next time, I'll see you.